One of my favorite genres in gaming is horror, something I determined entirely by accident when I played Bioshock for the very first time. And one of my favorite series in this genre is Resident Evil. I own most of the main series games and absolutely love the remakes of 2 and 3. And I was thinking about it one day and I was wondering what the classes of Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, and Leon Kennedy, as well as all the other playable characters, would be. And since I've been playing Resident Evil 3 Remake, and because I just couldn't be bothered to plug in and record on my GameCube, I'm going to use Jill Valentine to illustrate everybody. Now, looking through the list of classes, the only two I thought really fit were Ranger and Fighter. And while I was originally going to go with Fighter, it just didn't really feel right. Plus, the more I looked at Ranger, the more I loved it. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all, it's not a perfect fit, especially since I don't practice magic in any way that I can see, but I do like how they fit into the narrative of the Ranger. According to the player's handbook, Rangers specialize in hunting the monsters that threaten civilization, which I would wager includes stuff like this.
Here they come!
In here!
And let me tell you guys, it mentions protecting civilization a ton in this book, ranging from begrudgingly to willingly, and many of the characters in Resident Evil, especially later in the canon, join groups whose whole job is to hunt down bioterrorist groups and the bioweapons they employ. Often going to pretty remote locations such as abandoned boats, snowy tundra, and even sewers, which I believe plays into the understanding of the wilds that Rangers have. Now, this game isn't a great example of this, with it being based in well, it claims to be a city during an outbreak, but it just looks like Chicago the last time I was there. Anyway, that being said, the characters can also manufacture medicines using native plant life in almost every game I've played, and are capable of effectively scavenging any environment they're in to help them survive and fight the undead hordes they face, which I think plays into the wilderness understanding that Rangers have. All of this is why I think the characters of Resident Evil would be Rangers, but like I said, it's honestly not a perfect fit, and I would love to hear what y'all think. What classes do you think work? What subclass would you give them? Let me know in the comments, and tune in next time to Out of Initiative.